Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, or afternoon, or noon, or night. I don't even know. Depends on where you are. Anyway, welcome back to Marbolian Racing. Today, we have a very special game lined up. Instead of the typical tracks you've been seeing all season long, we instead have a game. Where, I guess you should be expecting that. It is the Marbolian League games, after all. But today's race is simple. This is the Halfpipe acceleration test. We will be starting in this red section, and based off of where you land in the flat zone of this funnel, you will get certain points. Red means 1 point, yellow means 3 points, green means 5 points, and blue means 7 points. However, you will be trying to try to brake as fast as, or speed up as fast as possible so that you end up in the right spot. And of course, if you go too far off this end of the half pipe, you will end up in the danger zone. And what that does, well, I can't tell you quite yet, but we will be having 2 rounds where all 4 marbles from each team will be going into scoring points. And then in the second round, the rules will change a little bit. And for the first round, the danger zone will be scored as 0 points. So as you can see, the standings are here, and Orangix is in dead last right now, getting last place in both events. That is really quite sad. However, on the opposite side of the spectrum, we have Tallgrass Prairies, who didn't get first, but got second both times, which is truly remarkable, and now he is in first. Alright, the starting gates are all set up. Our first team, you can't really see them right now, because we're focusing on the camera on the action, is Rarity. And we will be sending them in 3, 2, 1. Right off the bat, 1 marble goes into the danger zone for 0 points. It would appear that we have 2 red marbles and then 1 green marble plus 1 danger zone marble for a total of 7 points. Next up, we have Electric Eel. Ooh, 1 went into the danger zone. Meantime, that one's going back and forth. That one's settled at 7 points. We got 1 to settle at 3 points. That last one, still rolling, gets 5 points, coming in at a total of 15 points. Our third team running is Tux. There they go. Ooh, 1 went into the gutter there. 1 immediately settled at 7, the other settled at 5. No, he rolls back into the 3. And that one's kind of picking and choosing right now. Seems like he settled on 5. Tying with the last team. The third team up is Orangix, really hoping for a recovery with this one. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Ooh. 1 marble goes into the gutter. All of them are still rolling around a lot. We have a 7 and a 5 on that side. And on this side, we have a 3. Or is that a 3 or a 5? Upon closer inspection, that is in fact a 3. Meaning that they will be tying with the past 2 teams. Our next team will be River Rapids. Wow, there they go. Starting without delay. 1 goes into that danger zone. You have 2 sticking close together. That's an interesting strategy. What seems to work is they stop in the 7 and the 5. And this last one, it's hard to tell, but it just barely stopped into that 1. Here's another popular team in the standards. Here's Tiger. 2 in the danger zone. That's not good. Over these next 2, certainly taking their time to choose. Is that the strategy? We'll find out. And it seems to be, because we get a 5 and a 7 out of them. Labyrinth is up next, starting almost immediately, having 2 marbles enter the danger zone. Seems to be a pattern as we go on. Not good for the marbles, however. They, too, will get a 5 and a 7. As of right now, this team is our leading team with 40 points. That's right. It's Tallgrass Prairies. There they go. Only 1 into that danger zone. That's some skill right there. However, they do have a 1 point, 2 1 points, and a 3 point. Ugh. I would expect better from that. Here we have the Lyman Dashers. There they go. 2 in the danger zone. Seems to be a pretty standard number at this point, honestly. We have 1 in the 7 and 1 in the 1 for a total of 8 points. We still have a few more teams left before round 1 ends, including Tidal Lake. There they go. 2 in the danger zone. Not a great look, but they're certainly taking their time, trying not to end up in those 1 zones, and they do a great job because they end up with a 5 and a 7. We have S'more putting 3 in the danger zone. Oh no, that is not good. Not what you want to see at all. That last team, and that last marble gets a 7, which I'm sure they definitely needed. Yikes. Next up is Crystal Clear. Wow, that is how this game is meant to be played. 0 marbles in that danger zone. 2 7s, a 1, and a 5. That is almost perfect right there. 3 marbles left, starting with Coral Crusher. Gets 1 in the danger zone, but that's all right. Gets a 3 and a 7 on one side, and on this other, still deciding, and that will be a second 3. We're getting closer to the end of round 1, but we still have round 2 to go, and it will be slightly different from there. But here is Clown getting 1 into that danger zone. These other 2 almost both land in the 3, but instead they both land in the 5. That's something we haven't seen yet today. The last one settles right into that 3. Next up, we have Ocean Blues. There they go. Ooh, 2 immediately go right into the danger zone. That can't be good for them. Next 2 are still swaying back and forth. 1 settles right into that 1 zone. The other seems to be in the 3 zone. No. Manages to stop perfectly into that 7. Our last team of round 1 is Cloudy Sky. They had a good day yesterday, but unfortunately got cheated out in those finals. So let's see how they'll do today. Ooh, no one goes in the danger zone. Very nice for them. And whoa, look at that score. I see 3 7s and a 5. Very impressive from Cloudy Sky. Here are the standings of the game so far. As you can see, our current leading team, Tallgrass Prairies, is now in last place, whereas Cloudy Sky, having an almost perfect score of 26, is in the lead. Anyway, we are now on to round 2, where each team is going to go a second time. But now, this team, if you end up in the danger zone, instead of getting 0 points, you will now get -1 point. So there is much higher danger in going into the danger zone. First team in round 2 is Rarity, starting in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, they get 2 marbles in the danger zone. Definitely not good for them. But here they are rolling back and forward. Where will they end up? And they both end up in the... Wait, no. One ends up in the 3 point and one ends up in the 7 point. Second team here is going to be Electric Eel, starting in 3, 2, 1. There they go. 2 end up in the danger zone. Ooh, they were both on the same side too. Otherwise, we have 1 in the 5 and 1 in the 1. Here is our third team up, Tux. Once again, 2 marbles end up in the danger zone. Seems to be a pattern in the second round. But will they be able to do better than the last 2 teams? With a 7 and a 5, a little bit. Up is Orangex. Manages to completely avoid the danger zone. They must have learned from that first round. Gets a 1, a 3, and 2 5. Here's yesterday's winner, River Rapids. Gets 3 in that danger zone. Oh no. And that last marble just barely ends up in the 7. Here's Tiger. Also getting 3 in that danger zone. I really was expecting in the second round more teams would be avoiding it now that they know how, but it seems I was very much mistaken, as Tiger is getting a total of 2 points. Here's another marble who's had success in previous events. Here's a Labyrinth. Only getting 1 in the danger zone. Already doing better than most of other teams. Getting a 5, a 7, and another 7. Here comes our current leader in overall events, but not in this event, apparently. Tallgrass Prairies. Gets 2 in the danger zone. Yikes. We just have to hope that these marbles land well if Tallgrass wants a good score. And they will be getting a 3 and a 7 for a total of 8 points. He's mean, he's green, he's Line and Dasher. Avoiding that danger zone completely. Clearly must have learned from that last round. And gets a near perfect score of 3 7s and a 5. Won't want to see him at the beach. Here's Tidal Wave. Scoring 1 danger zone marble. A 7 and a 3? No, a 5 actually. And a 3. S'more is up next, and he had 3 danger zone marbles last time, so let's see if he learned his lesson. It shows that he did because he only got 1 this time, and his other 3 marbles are ending up at a 3, a 5, and a 1. Now's a great time to mention that all ties will be settled in an off-screen tiebreaker, but in the meantime, here's Crystal Clear. Not having the same luck as last time, scoring a danger zone marble, but also a 5, a 7, and a 3. We've just hit our second tie, and we've also received reports from Marble HQ that we actually will be showing the tiebreakers right here in front of you guys. So we'll explain the rules once we get to those. But in the meantime, here's Coral Crusher. Perfectly avoiding that danger zone. Still resulting in a 1 point though. Sure, that's not what they want. They also get a 7, a 5, and another 7. 3 teams left before the tiebreakers, starting with Crown. Ooh, gets 2 in the danger zone. These last 2, taking their time trying to end up in the best place. They get a 3 and a 5. Here's our next team, Ocean Blue. Avoids that danger zone, but gets a 1. That's kind of the danger of having multiple marbles on the track. They also get a 3, a 5, and a 7. Gets every single point value they can. Last team before the tiebreakers, having a very good game so far. It's Cloudy Sky. Unfortunately, they get 1 in the danger zone, ruining their perfect record. But they still get 2 7s and a 5. Here's how the tiebreaker works. Each team will send 2 marbles instead of 1, and we'll have 2 teams go on at the same time, so 1 team for each side. Whoever gets the higher point doesn't actually increase their score, but they will be placed above the losing team in the final rankings. Our first tiebreaker, both of these teams scored 15 points. It's Rarity and S'more. There they go. They both avoid the danger zone, which will be -1 for this tiebreaker. They both get a 3, but Rarity gets a 7, whereas S'more gets a 5, so Rarity will be placed above S'more. Next up, both of these teams scored a score of 19. On the inside lane, you will be seeing Clown, and on the outside lane, it's Electric Eel. There they go. Both depositing 1 in the danger zones. That's -1 for both teams, although I guess it doesn't really matter. So it's just which of these teams can settle higher up, and it will be Clown getting a 7, which beats out Electric Eel's 5. And with all that said and done, here's the final standings for the day. In case you are wondering, the actual any teams with the same score have a star next to them, signifying that that got settled in a tiebreak. And our winning team of the day is Cloudy Skies, sitting up on that pedestal in front of the audience. As you can see, this is a team sport, so all three of them get to sit in the front. In second place today was Lyman Dasher, and in third place was Coral Crusher. Congratulations to them. In the meantime, here is what the final scores look like. A lot of things changed today. Orange X, for the first time, didn't get dead last in a game. In our first place in Marble from before actually did. But in the meantime, as always, I'm your host, Dogbot300. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.